The Three Princesses and the Dragon. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a beautiful kingdom, ruled by a wise and kind king. He had three daughters, Princesses Amira, Khadija, and Asiya. The princesses were kind and beautiful, and they loved their kingdom and its people. One day, a terrible dragon attacked the kingdom. The dragon was huge and powerful, and it breathed fire. The people were terrified, and they fled for their lives. The three princesses knew that they had to do something to save their kingdom. They were brave and strong, and they used their skills and strengths effectively and worked in perfect coordination to identify the dragon's weaknesses. Princess Amira used her strong leadership to organize the team, encouraging them to work together, directing their efforts towards a common goal, defeating the dragon. She also used her self-defense skills, which she learned in direct combat with the dragon. Princess Asiya used her ability to analyze the dragon's behavior, understanding its weaknesses, and how to overcome it. She created a well-crafted strategic plan, based on the dragon's weaknesses to attack it effectively. Princess Khadija used her courage and physical strength, in direct confrontation with the dragon, leading direct attacks, helping to hit its weaknesses. Using their diverse skills and abilities, especially their teamwork, the three princesses managed to achieve victory and save the kingdom from the evil dragon. They were victorious, and they drove the dragon away from their kingdom. The people were overjoyed, and they celebrated the princesses' victory. The princesses were heroes, and their story is still told today. This story teaches us that anything is possible, if we work together, and never give up on our dreams. No matter how difficult the challenge may seem, we can always overcome it if we have the courage to face it, and the determination to see it through. The story also teaches us the importance of protecting our homes and our loved ones. The princesses were willing to risk their lives to save their kingdom, and they were ultimately successful. In a beautiful palace, three princesses lived. One day, as the princesses were strolling in the nearby forest, they heard a cry for help coming from the valley. As they approached, they found a beaver on the edge of the valley. Tree branches were entwined around it, making it difficult to move. Without hesitation, the three princesses decided to save the beaver. They used their skills to free the beaver from the branches. With the princesses' help, the beaver was able to move and get rid of the branches. This was the cause of an unforgettable friendship between the princesses and the beaver. One day, while the three princesses were wandering in the forest, they found a cave emitting strange sounds. Driven by curiosity, the three princesses entered the cave, only to discover it was filled with glittering gemstones. Suddenly, the entrance to the cave collapsed, leaving the three princesses trapped inside. When their friend the beaver learned what had happened, he did not hesitate for a moment. The beaver gathered the other animals in the valley and led them on a brave rescue mission. Together, they worked hard to remove the stones and debris, trying to free their friends, the three princesses. But to no avail, the rocks were too large. All the animals tried, even the elephant could not move those huge rocks. While they were at it, the beaver had an idea. He said, "Why don't we dig a tunnel in the mountain, instead of moving those huge stones?" It was a brilliant idea, and the animals finally managed to rescue the princesses. Then the three princesses realized that the true wealth is not in the gemstones, but in the friends who care about you and come to help you in times of need. They felt deep gratitude and vowed to always be a help to their animal friends. Thus, the relationship between the three princesses and the animals was strengthened, and they became an example to everyone in the valley of the power of cooperation and love. And they realized that every creature has a mission in life and strengths that distinguish it. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, with tall mountains and dense forests, there was a beautiful kingdom, filled with happiness. One cold day, the king got very sick with a bad cold. His cure was a special herb, found in a dangerous forest and faraway mountains. The king had 3 daughters, and the eldest, Princess Amira, loved medicine and wanted to help her father. She decided to search for the special herb, no matter how hard it was. All the animals in the forest loved her, because she protected them from hunters, and stood up for their rights. In the forest, there was a wise frog, who knew where the special herb was. The princess asked for his help, and he happily agreed, telling her about the challenges they would face, like going through a risky forest, a dark cave, and reaching a hot desert with tricky mountains. She told him about her friends in the forest, who could help them overcome these challenges. Off they went on their risky and surprising adventure. In the dangerous forest, the princess met a lion, who was happy to see her. He offered to take her through the forest, because he was the king of the forest, and all animals respected him. As they went through the forest, the princess saw many animals, and realized how strong the lion was, and why other animals respected him. After that, she reached a dark cave, where she found her friend, the owl, who had great night vision. The owl offered to help her get through the dark cave, filled with obstacles. They had to be careful and focused to avoid hitting rocks inside the cave. When they got out of the cave, they found a vast hot desert, where her friend the camel welcomed her. He carried her on his back through the scorching desert. As they walked, the princess admired how patient and strong the camel was in dealing with thirst and heat. After a tough journey, they reached a maze of identical mountains. There, her friend, the elephant, was waiting for her. She climbed on his back and went through those tricky mountains. She was amazed by the elephant's strength and his ability to remember the way in those mountains. He told her about his strong memory. After getting through those tricky mountains, the princess finally reached the place where the special herb grew. But there was a new challenge: the herb was high up and hard to reach. She asked for help from her friend, the giraffe, with its long neck, to reach the herb. The princess thanked all her animal friends, and was happy to get the special herb. When she returned to the palace, she gave the special herb to her father, the king, who got better because of it. This brought happiness back to the kingdom. The princess told everyone in the kingdom how she succeeded in overcoming challenges with the help of her animal friends. Her friendship and teamwork with the animals in the forest grew stronger, and everyone in the kingdom learned the importance of protecting and caring for animals.